come back. It's been pretty windy, so we haven't been able to make any videos outside, but just thought I'd tell you today about a couple of things, maybe get some ideas from y'all. We've got like a setup here right off the it's right here. Got some shade cloth up because when we put our tarp up, lid on this thing, the wind just wreaked havoc on it. So hopefully this can hold a little better. But this is basically going to be our, probably going to be gardening in here. Anyway, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think we should do with this garden? Should I dig it out? Should I do a geothermal? I mean, should I just do it right in the dirt? I'm thinking about that. I mean, now there's pests and things and chickens that we got to worry about, so we're gonna have to probably fence it off. But trying to get the garden going. It's getting close to May, and that's when we're gonna start planting. But got some shade cloth up because I know these Arizona summers can be harsh and fry your plants. So I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Exactly how I'm gonna do it. So I was asking you guys for ideas. Yeah, the hood's up on the truck because we're catching mice. So you leave the hood up, set some traps overnight, and we've been catching them every day. Every morning I find them. Both need more traps. I've got 2 right now, but been finding them every day. Everything's greening up out here. Check it out. I mean, for the desert. But anyway, so yeah, kind of wanted to tell you a story about how we ended up out here. If y'all remember 2020, the year 2020, when everything shut down, and frankly, the fact that could happen that fast to the world scared the hell out of me, really. So we decided, and actually I'd had a dream of this for a long time, to live on my own land, create a retreat space, a sanctuary for others that are maybe, trying to get away from the madness, which is life. So yeah, anyway, that's when I really started getting into it. Like, I had a dream of this, like, probably for over 20 years, moving out onto our land, buying some land and moving out here and turning it into our own little paradise for our grandkids, for our grandkids' kids, our great grandkids' kids, something that, a legacy to leave behind. So a lot of it, we're not going to be able to see a lot of we'll see some, but this is something that is going to be a project over the years, and it's going to continue. And when we're gone, hopefully our grandkids take it over, or somebody worthy of it that really does care about this land and this spot. But mostly we wanted to leave it to our family and some of our closest friends. But I'm a psychic shaman practitioner, meaning I use my psychic abilities, and we all have them. And if you watch my other channel, Psychic Shaman, on YouTube, Aaron Fowler Psychic Shaman is my other channel, and I've had that for a few years. And this is what I do. So I'm a healer of the mind, healer of, energy healer, a seeker of truth, a seeker of knowledge and wisdom. And the more that I seek, the more I realize I don't know much, that there's a lot more to learn, especially moving out here to this land. Anyway, so yeah, the whole 2024 thing, or 2020 thing, we're not going to mention that name or that word, because it will get me blocked, or, put my channel at risk. So I think you all know what I'm talking about. The minute that happened, and I think it was when they did when they shut everything down, that was my birthday, March 11th. The minute I saw it on TV or saw it on the internet, I was like, BS, no way. And that's because I follow a lot of real news, independent people, not the news. I don't follow all the big news or the big media stations are all fake. There are. I mean, they have their real stories in there, but really, it's basically a propaganda machine. And knowing this, I was like, okay, it's time to get the hell out of Dodge. So for the next 2 years after that, actually 3 years, did a lot of research, a lot of YouTube University, right? I found a guy named, his channel is called Frugal Off Grid, so go check him out. Tell him we sent you in the comments. But if you check him out, he's been out here for 4 years. He left he left almost immediately after that. All that crap went down, and he's been thriving. He's had his issues, he's had his challenges, and that's how it is out here. It's not, you have as many challenges as you do successes. So anybody who's thinking about doing this, understand that. But I feel like the best thing about it, and the thing that really gives me that drive to keep doing this, is freedom. Having your own sacred space. So we ended up buying 3 acres out here. We're leasing it to buy. We're about halfway done paying for it. I did get permission to stay out here and build, and we're raising chickens now. That kind of just happened when we went to buy our trailer, which is right behind us. We went to buy a completely different trailer, about half the size of this one. And it was nice. It was all ready to go. When we went up there to buy it, we went up probably, 50 miles to the southwest, close to a place called Snowflake or Taylor. They're kind of twin cities right next to each other. Went back into this dirt road, and it was out in the woods. Pulled up to his house, and he says, I got that trailer, but I've got another one over here that just needs work. And it's 30 foot. And I think we were going after a 19 footer, wasn't twice the size, but anyway, trying to tell the story as good as possible without me going squirrel. Anyway, so we ended up buying that trailer, the bigger trailer, the 30 footer, which has its issues. And I'm going to be, since it's getting warm out here, I'm going to be able to start working on it, like the plumbing and the electrical. Only half the electrical's working. Thank God the AC's working for the summer. But yeah, he ended up giving us 6 chickens. So from there, we took the chickens, put them in my haul trailer. It's enclosed, so that was their coop for a while, and I needed my haul trailer back. And so we ended up building this, which we're still not finished. I've still got to put siding on it, and that's money. It takes money. Anyway, so these chickens, they didn't lay for probably the first 3 months, but I feel like it was because we were here in the middle of winter. We came here at the end of November, and it's now April 18th. But yeah, so we've got those chickens, and we ended up getting more. We like them so much, we want more eggs. We want to be able to help feed our community. So we want to give them free eggs. If they want to give a donation for feed or taking care of them, that's awesome. That's kind of what we're doing, trying to, we haven't met anybody out here yet other than online. But now we have more chickens. And these chickens are going to take, there's our roosters. See, and we got a rooster too. We have 2 roosters, actually. We didn't mean to get 2 roosters, but the leghorns that were gifted to us by our friends Tina and Mike, they were supposed to be all pullets, which is all female. And we ended up with another rooster in there. So because he's a leghorn, we called him Foghorn Leghorn. Anyway, so yeah, these are that's Amelia right there, the bigger of the barred. See the black and gray or black and white. And then got some brown ones. There's our rooster, the biggest one. But yeah, we're still using this for like an adolescent. So these girls and guy we can't put them with the other flock, the older flock yet. And look, this is Gertie. Can't put them with the other flock until they get old enough, big enough to handle themselves. So integrate. That's what I meant, integrate. But anyway, I mean, it's hard, and sometimes you do feel lonely out here. But there's always, it's always, there's always more pros than cons out here, at least for me. So, yeah, we got a pretty view. I don't know if you guys can see, but. And right over here, petrified forest, painted desert over there. I do have some potatoes growing. I started early. You're able to start those in colder weather, but they're doing pretty good so far. So we're gonna have potatoes. Ordered some Temu fences and they were small, so I'm like, yeah, we can close it. But yeah, you kind of do with what you have, and know that when you're an off-gridder, scavenging is a big deal. Like, there's a lot of off-gridders out here, so Facebook Marketplace is hard to find those things you can scavenge. You can go get like fence posts or pretty much anything that you can help your land with or help build on your land. There are a lot of people that are quick on the trigger when there's something that comes available for free or very low cost. And because they're all scavengers and people are out here know that you can only get to those things, an hour and a half away, they charge high dollar for used stuff. So in a lot of ways, it's almost better to just buy new. There's a Tractor Supply close or in town, about 25 minutes away. But anyway, what are we going to do with this? What do y'all think? Should I dig it out? Should I put some raised beds here? And a lot of it's going to dictate, like, we are on a very tight budget. So, anybody that'd like to help, there's a link in the my link tree's in the subscription or the description here. But anyway, even if you don't do that, it's okay. We'll handle it ourselves, right? Take care of it. It'll get done one way or another. But I just thought I wanted to tell you the story of why we came out here. And like I said, it was a dream for a long time for me to do my practice out here, help others that really want that healing, not knuckleheads. There are no knuckleheads allowed on this land. Or people that seek to do us harm or do the homestead harm. But I wanted to thank you all, those who have followed us and subscribed to us. Thank you very much. And those who are hopefully going to subscribe to us in the future. That's a little story that, maybe we'll tell you a little bit more of it later. But yeah, so we went to, we looked, like I said, Frugal Off Grid probably was one of the biggest inspirations to us, kind of just going for it, because we've been thinking about it for a long time. And we ended up as nomads for probably, I don't know, about a month. And one of our supporters, big supporter, Kathy, I won't mention her last name, but Kathy and her boyfriend Roger, we were living in our Suburban. We were going to go nomad, right? And we ended up staying with them for a couple of years, or about a year and a half. During that time, we took more time to look for land in Arizona, in northern Arizona. And we found it. So we, put a down payment on it, started making payments. And here we are. And we could have stayed, with Kathy. It would have been a lot easier. But we wanted to get started on our land. I mean, I'm not getting any younger. Not that I feel old, but I'm almost 50 years old, and time flies when you're at that age and as you get older, right? So no time like the present to do it. So we went for it. Came out here in the beginning of winter, or just before like the end of fall. December was nice. January was cold, because it does get cold up here in this area. February was another cold one. March was okay, still kind of cold. But now we're in April and it's starting to feel good. We're starting to get 75, 80 degree weather. Really, you got to take your wins out here because you get challenged with a lot of things. Like we had a generator completely blow up. Not didn't blow up actually, but the engine blew. So there went a little bit of our savings. We just spent, you know, $1,500 on our, or $1,000 actually, on our trailer. We got that 30-footer for $1,000, and that's a great deal. Got 6 chickens out of it. We're getting eggs, probably 3 or 4 a day right now. We're about to have a lot more eggs because we've got more hens growing up in here. About another 2 months they're going to be laying too. So it's cool to see the progress, and you really want to pay attention to your progress, because I forget that sometimes, how far we've come, how long we've been out here. And, you know, one thing I kind of didn't anticipate was the wind. We got up to like, I think 60, 70 mile an hour winds, and it actually moved my chicken coop like a foot. So I've got it strapped down now with ground anchors, earth anchors, and yeah, we're okay. But those are the little things that happen that, or big things, you know, can turn into big things. You gotta be aware of. Pay attention to the weather. How is the weather system? How hot is it? How cold is it in the winter? These are things that you should really pay attention to, at least from my experience. What you have on your land. Like we live in the plains, so it's sagebrush, and there are actually some medicinal plants here that are growing wild. But eventually, when I figure out how to use them, we will. But these are all things, you know, you want to look forward to. But don't be afraid to do it. If you really want to live in your off-grid homestead, you can do it. You just, you know, even if you don't have all that money up front, like do like us, lease to buy. Just stick with it, because if you don't pay your lease, you're losing all that money that you just invested. So these are things I think about, and I felt like I'd share a little bit with you guys, you gals. But really, much gratitude, deep gratitude to all of you. If you would like to support our movement or support what we've got going on out here, like I said, there's a donate link down in the bottom. It's my link tree. We appreciate it. You don't have to donate, but we do appreciate it. And it helps us go further and do more things and build more on the land. So, but as I said before, I do work. I'm a psychic and shaman practitioner. So, and if I have to do something else, I will make more money to bring it in, right? If this doesn't work, which I'll always still do this, but I'll figure something else. I'll drive truck or something, learn how to drive truck, or get my CDL. I don't know. I mean, I think about these things all the time. I always think about that backup, and start saving your money. Save your money, even if it's like $10 out of 100. If it's 10% of that $100, every time $100 comes in, you know, or anytime you get a little bit of money, put a little bit in the savings. It really does add up fast. And yeah, welcome to the homestead. I hope you all are enjoying the videos. We haven't done a video in probably a week or so, so I want to get back on here and just chat, say hi, let you know we're still here, still working on it, still moving forward, even if it's at a slow pace right now. That's okay. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, or like and follow if you're watching on YouTube. And we'll see you on the next one. I hope I can inspire you to do your own thing. Get off grid. Start living for you. Get away from the madness and the chaos. And some of you're still like the city, and that's cool too. I used to be a city boy big time, but I'm really getting used to this way of life. Anyway, thank you. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.